Welcome to Dr. Tidy. I am Dr. Rajiv, pulmonologist at Mamata Hospital. Let us continue our health education on bronchial asthma. Today we will try to know what is acute severe asthma. Acute severe asthma is a life-threatening complication seen in bronchial asthma. So how to recognize it? When a patient of bronchial asthma develops sudden onset shortness of breath, which is visibly seen in his respiratory distress, he won't be able to complete a sentence or a para in a single breath depending upon its severity. There can be audible wheeze, and you can see his respiratory distress as in his neck muscles and his abdominal muscles start working for his breathing. So this is how we recognize an acute severe asthma. So what do we do? In an acute severe asthma, we have to act immediately. So how to recognize its severity is the first thing. It is usually divided into mild, moderate and severe. When the patient is unable to complete a sentence in a single breath and he is visually drowsy and he is not conscious, he is comatose, then this is severe asthma. We have to act immediately. What should we do? We should start nebulization. So what is nebulization? Nebulization is the backbone of treatment of acute severe asthma, as this is readily available at home, it is portable, and we can give it right at where the patient is. So what is nebulization? Nebulizers are devices. They can be of three types. It can be a jet nebulizer, ultrasound nebulizer, or a vibrating mesh nebulizer. So the ultrasonic nebulizers are usually used in hospitals. What we commonly see which work on electricity are jet nebulizers. There is another vibrating mesh nebulizer which is portable and it does not need power. It operates on batteries. So one of the common questions which is asked is, doctor, we already have a spacer and a meter dose inhaler with it, why can't we use in acute severe asthma? See, the difference between spacer and nebulizer is the dose which we give with the nebulizer is 10 times that we give with the spacer. And in acute severe asthma, the patient can't hold his breath, he can't synchronize his breathing with the dose of meter dose inhaler. So these are the shortcomings which we see with meter dose inhaler and spacer. So nebulizer is the best way. And if the patient has some sort of Parkinson's or some sort of other comorbidities like paralysis where he can't hold his spacer and meter dose inhaler properly, nebulizer is the best choice. So how do we start nebulizing? We use something called Respule with a drug in it. What are the drugs? Levosalbutamol and levosalbutamol plus ipratropium bromide are the drugs we use for nebulization. These are usually available in form of Respules, or some people procure these drugs in bottles and they start giving the doses, diluting them. So which is the best one to use? Now if we have a bottle and if we are taking the dose, it is slightly cumbersome, it takes time in that severity of moment. How do? We take 1:3 ratio of the drug and the normal saline, we dilute it to an amount of 2 ml and then we start nebulizing the patient. So repeated use may cause a risk of infections. So Respules are preferred. With Respule there is nothing to do. We need not dilute. It comes adequately with 2 ml. We put it in the nebulizer and we nebulize the patient. So what is the right position to nebulize? We don't nebulize the patient lying down. If we do it, the mist that is formed, the liquid which we put in the nebulizer is formed into a mist by the nebulizer and it is given to the patient. So this mist formation does not properly occur if the patient is lying down. We have to ideally put him at 30 degrees elevation and above. So then we start nebulizing the patient. How frequently can we nebulize? Levosalbutamol is, the dose of the drug is 2.5 to 5 milligrams. We can nebulize him every 20 minutes until his respiratory distress decreases for 1 hour. We can give it 3 times in 1 hour. So ipratropium bromide, the dose is 250 to 500 micrograms, and that also we can give it every 20 minutes in the first hour. So 3 times in 1 hour. Now these both, levosalbutamol and ipratropium bromide, together are given in acute severe asthma. It comes in Respules. Usually the trade name is Duolin. There are other brands available. These we give once every 20 minutes for 3 times in the first hour. So if the respiratory distress decreases, we will repeat it every 4 hours. So this is how we nebulize the patient. Then in COVID times, is there any difference? So what is the problem with nebulizers in COVID times? So this is usually given at home. This is what is acting immediately. In acute severe asthma, we will give it at home. So in COVID times, if the patient has coronavirus infection and he develops bronchospasm or acute severe asthma, so with the nebulizer there is always aerosol generation. Now this aerosol generation becomes infective to everyone who is surrounding the patient. So what is the right way to do? So the right way to do, we have to follow certain protocols: pre-nebulization, during nebulization, and post-nebulization protocols. So pre-nebulization protocol, we have to select where the patient sits. Ideally, it is good to do it on the terrace or in an open place or in the balcony, where the aerosols, whatever generated, will be dispersed. So if that can't happen, we put the patient in the room, we clean the nebulizer, the face mask and the nebulizer first before giving the nebulization dose. The person who is coming to start the nebulization should wear protective personal equipment, face mask, N95 mask and all the care. And if the person and the person will start nebulizing. If the person needs to come to the room in between during the time of nebulization, the person has to stand 6 foot away from the patient and do whatever is required. So the room has to be locked, and ideally there has to be a mark placed that nebulization is going on, so that no one accidentally enters into the room and he inhales the aerosols. Now this should take for 30 minutes, so that all the aerosols which are generated drop down onto the surfaces. Now after the nebulization is done, along with the nebulizer, all the surfaces which are there in the room have to be sanitized as per COVID-19 protocol. So this is how we give immediate home care to the patient who has acute severe asthma. So is it enough if we just give home care? No. In severe cases where the patient has severe respiratory distress, he can't complete one sentence, he is comatose, he is disoriented, you give immediate home care what is required and you shift him to the hospital as soon as possible, because the patient needs oxygen and he needs an ICU care. So if this is not the case, that means the patient is able to complete one para, his conscious is oriented, and if it is midnight where you can't go to the hospital, you can give this nebulization, follow this nebulization protocol until morning, and you take him to the hospital. Why should you take him to the hospital? The risk factors which precipitated an asthma flare up for him are already there. So those have to be identified and treated by the doctor. So this nebulization which is done is only to buy time until the patient settles down and proper care is given to them to the hospital. So thank you. Continue your health education.